Okay, so just settle yourself. And it doesn't matter how you settle yourself. You can lie down, you can sit, sit in a chair, however you want to connect to yourself. Who's dinging? Ding, ding. Okay, so let's just take some time settling, arriving into this practice. Remembering that you don't only have to do this when you're practicing yoga, you can do this anytime where you need to refocus, regroup, start something new, let go of something. I was just taking a few moments here just to settle, check in. Noticing what's around you, what's above you, to the sides of you, underneath you, where your support is. How you're connected to the earth. And then moving inwards and just noticing how you're breathing, how you're feeling, and any kinds of sensations that you might notice. Notice if your mind is beginning to wander as it's a little quieter, or you hear things out the windows or somewhere else. And try to keep your mind focused on yourself. So, a good way to do that is just to focus on your breath. Your breath is always there, it's a constant. But don't feel judgmental or don't criticize yourself if your mind begins to wander. It's totally natural. And with practice, it'll wander less, but it still will wander. It just will, because it is the mind. So just paying a little bit more attention on your breath and just noticing how it's moving in and out of your body. Don't try to control it. We're just observing it right now. It might be shallow, it might be deep. You might feel the breath through your heart space. You might feel it moving into the ground beneath you. You might notice it moving outwards, the left and the right. You might feel it up in your throat, maybe down in your lower belly. Just notice. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a pranayama breathing exercise. This is a 3-part breath. And don't get upset or frustrated if you don't get it at first. It's okay. You just keep trying and eventually it'll happen. Okay. But don't worry too much about it. Okay. So we're going to see if we can start to breathe in lower into the lower belly. So a good way of doing this is just to focus on your lower belly, your pelvis area, your stomach area, and just see, maybe even placing your hands there and see if you can move the breath in that area. See if you can feel the belly rising and lowering. Just take a few breaths there and just feel that the belly rising and falling. Okay. And we're going to go up a little higher. So around your lower rib area, sternum kind of area-ish. And you're going to maybe place your hands there and see if you can breathe in that space. You might notice it somewhere else too. Don't worry about that. Just think about focusing on that breath in the middle part. Okay, now let's move up into the upper chest, the throat area. So really not right into the throat, but the upper chest where the clavicle is, the collarbone area. So you're just going to place your hands there. And then you can breathe into that space. You might not feel it, but you're definitely breathing in there. Okay, bring your hands again lower to your lower belly. We're going to breathe in here. And then maybe your hands slide up into the middle part of your body and you feel the breath moving in there. And then move your hands up to your collarbone and feel the breath moving in there. And then we're just going to go back down again. So exhaling through from the collarbone, and then from the middle, and then from the belly. And you can use your hands if you need a little bit more focus, or not use your hands. Entirely up to you. Okay. And then we'll breathe in again. So we're breathing in from the belly, then up into the middle part, and then up into the collarbone. And then we'll let it go the same way, all the way back down the body. And let's do that one more time. Good. And then just resume your natural breathing. So let go of any control and just notice. Okay, so we're going to do that again, but we're going to do it a little bit different. So bring your hands again to your lower belly. We're going to breathe in there. Then you're going to go up the body, up into your upper chest. Okay, now as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands back to your low belly and you're going to exhale there first. And then the middle, and then the collarbone. Okay, so bring your hands back to your belly or your focus. Inhale, belly first, then the middle, then the top, and then exhale from the bottom back to the top. Do that 2 more times. Inhale from the bottom, and then exhale from the bottom. And don't worry if it gets a little bit complicated. It's okay. One more time. So, and then you can let go of that control. Okay, and then let's bring our arms up and over our heads and give ourselves a nice big stretch. And then if you're not already seated, come up into a seat. Oh, computer's frozen, but my phone's still working, so that's okay. Boy, that was just all of a sudden it just caught up. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Is it block with a block? Okay.
You can use the block. You can use anything you need to. This is your practice. Okay. So we're going to try to keep our legs out in front of us. Okay. So you might need to sit on the block. You might need a knee pad. If you need a knee pad, I have a whole pile of them in there. So you can come up and grab one at home. If you need something, just grab a towel or a blanket or a pillow or a knee pad or whatever and just sit on it. Okay, we want our spines to be somewhat straight. Okay, you can have a bend in your knees. You can put something underneath your knees too. Okay, that's always an option. Okay, let's bring our arms up into the air. Okay, and then we're going to do some circles up there. The circles can be as big as you like. Now, while we're doing this, you can maybe close your eyes and just find your breath again. Let's see if we can slow this down a little bit. Again, those circles can be as slow, as big or as small as you like. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, and then go in the reverse direction, around and around. And remember to listen to your body. So if your shoulders are going, they're screaming, trying to scream at you, then relax for a moment and then come back to it. Okay, you're always very welcome to let it go and then come back. Let's do a couple more circles. And then bring those arms all the way back. Okay, we're going to keep the arms down. We're going to just bring the shoulders up towards the ears. See if you can reach our ears with our shoulders. And then bring them down nice and slow. Okay. So we're inhaling as we bring those shoulders up towards the ears. And then we're exhaling to bring those shoulders back down. Okay, do it again. Inhale, shoulders up towards the ears. And then slide the shoulder blades down your back. One more time. Up. And down. Awesome, good. And then keeping your hands down, we're just going to lift the shoulders up and roll them down and back. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Creaky, cracky's fine. And down and back. A couple more times. We're inhaling here. Exhale as they go down the back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Okay, let's just shake them out. Okay, let's open up our legs a little wider. Okay, again, you can put something underneath your knees. You can sit on something. Okay, just hold it here. Okay, bring your hands. You can put your hands back behind you to support yourself if you want to, or keep your hands here, or put your hands on your legs. We're going to flex our feet. Flex the feet and see if we can lift up those heels. Okay. So without lifting up the leg, just the heels are lifting. Okay. And then bring those legs back down. Good. Bring the legs back together. Good. And then open up the legs again. Good. Flex the feet and see if we can lift up those heels. Good. Breathe. Try to sit up as tall as you can. You can bring your hands behind you for support. Okay. Exhale, let go of the heels down, and then bring those legs back together. I'm going to do that one more time. Inhale, open. Don't worry about how open it is. It doesn't matter. You're still using those muscles. Okay? Yeah. Support yourself if you need to. And flex your feet. Lift up your heels. Breathe. Make sure you're breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Sometimes when we're doing this, you should feel those muscles. Yeah. Woo. Okay, let it go. And bring your legs back together. Okay, let's walk a knee in. Okay, so if you were on a chair, you can totally do that. You just have to improvise. Okay, so let's walk a knee in. It doesn't matter what knee you're doing. Okay, just squeeze it in. Give a little hug. You can maybe rock back and forth if you can lift up your foot off the ground. Okay, you can do this on a chair too. There's people that need chairs. Okay, and then let's let that leg go and bring the other one in. Hug it, lift it up maybe if you can, and then just maybe do a little rock. And then stretch out that leg again. Give them a little shake. And then let's bring our feet into butterfly. Okay. So if you're on a chair, you can just bring your feet onto the ground and bring the soles of the feet together. Okay. So you can hold on to your toes, your ankles, your feet, your shins, your knees, whatever you like to do. Try to sit up as tall as you can, though, if possible. Okay. We're just going to take a few breaths here. Relax your faces. Okay. And we'll do a side bend. So bring those arms all the way up. Good. And we're going to side bend towards that right side. I am mirroring you. Okay. Just make sure you have both sit bones. Okay. On the chair or on the ground. Just breathe. Don't have to side bend too much. Make sure you're breathing. So we're breathing along this left side of the body. Okay. Because we're creating some space here. Okay. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then let's go over to the other side. Other side. And again, settle in. Don't force it. We all should know our limitations and boundaries. And if you don't, just experiment. You'll know. Your body will tell you. It's very ready and waiting to tell you where your limitations are. Breathe. So we're breathing up and down the right side of the body. Okay, and then inhale, come all the way up. Reach up. And we're going to do a twist. So bring the arms down. Okay, and we're going to twist towards the right. We don't have to go too far. We can always go deeper if we want to later. So we're inhale to lift, exhale to twist. Okay, and we inhale to lift, exhale to twist. Only if you can go further. You don't have to. You don't have to. Just make sure you're breathing. Yeah, we're just twisting towards the right. So we're twisting through this midsection. The hips aren't moving. Okay, inhale, bring those arms all the way up. Come back through center and we'll go all the way over towards that left side. Bring the hands down. Just into a little twist first. So we inhale to lift, exhale to twist. Maybe we can go a little bit further. Maybe it's just the eyes that move. Maybe it's the whole head that moves. Don't force anything and make sure you're breathing. Remember that yoga is a mind-body connection with the breath. So it makes it yoga, all these exercises, because we're paying attention. We're being aware. Our mind is connected to the body and the breath. And we're aware of everything. Okay, inhale, lift those arms all the way up. And exhale, we're going to reach forwards. So only go a little bit. So we want to try to have a nice long back here. Okay, try not to hunch over. And it doesn't matter how far you go. So you kind of want to lead from that low belly. So if you can go all the way down, go all the way down. If you can't, then don't. Don't force it. Everyone's different. Take a couple breaths here. And again, if you're on your chair, you're just kind of reaching towards your knees. Okay, inhale, come all the way out. Good. I'm going to bring the feet flat down. Good. And we're going to circle the arms up and back down behind. Okay, so we're going to plant our hands on the ground any way that you like. They can be planted fingertips facing your hips or to the side or however you like. Okay, it might be on an angle today. I'm just going to hold it here. So if you're on a chair, you're going to be holding on probably to the sides of the chair, back of the chair. Okay, and all we're gonna do is we're going to lift up the heart. Option here if you want to, you don't have to. You can push into your feet and lift up your hips. That's an option. You don't have to. Okay, you can just think about doing that, or maybe a little bit comes up, a little bit. See, it's amazing if we give ourselves the opportunities. What might happen or could happen doesn't have to happen though. We're just lifting up our heart, and then come back down. Good. And then we'll shake out the arms, shake out the everything. Shaky, 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 shaky. Good. Okay. So you're welcome to, if you're on a chair, you're going to stay seated. If you're on the ground, you can stay seated for cow and cat, or you can come onto your hands and knees. Okay, so you can put something underneath your knees if you want to, or you can stay seated. Okay. So once you found either a table or you're sitting upright, you're going to start to move yourself in cow and cat. So dropping the belly, looking up, and then exhale around and cow and cat on your knees. And just go slow. I'm just going to sit and show you how to do it here. So if you were sitting over a chair or whatever, just cow, opening up through the heart, and then rounding out through the back. So we're going to do another one just like that, just normally, or however you're doing it. And then we're going to manipulate it a little bit more. So remember that breath we were doing. So come back to center. We were doing the 3-point back breath where we start at the lower belly and work our way up. And then we exhale starting from the lower belly. So we're going to do that in our cow and cat. Okay. So we're inhaling. So that means that you're dipping. The hips are going to lift up first. And then you're going to start, then the heart is going to lower. Then your head's going to lift. That's all you're going to do. Then for your exhale, tailbone's going to drop. Then that's going to pull the back up and then the head. That's it. So you're always starting from the hips. And the same thing if you're sitting in a chair, you're sitting. You're just going to start from that lower belly or the lower back. And maybe while you're doing this, just notice how it feels maybe different than how you were normally doing your cow and cat. You might notice something different. Maybe your breath is easier. Maybe you're breathing. That would be good. Yeah, let's do 2 more like that. Take your time. And then you can sit back up. This time you can sit up any way you like. If you are on a chair, you just sit in the chair. So however you want to sit. Okay, so we're going to go back to our hands because we actually did use our hands a little bit. So let's start just doing some circles in the wrists. And while we're doing this, let's find our drishti. So our drishti is our focal point. So you can have your eyes open and you can focus on one spot. Okay. Or you can close your eyes and just focus within yourself. That might mean you focus on the inside of your nose or the tip of your nose, or you could even do that when you're have your eyes open, the tip of your nose, or just something that just so your eyes are not going to wander. Because when the eyes start to wander, then you're getting sensations all over the place. They're just coming in like crazy. We want to try to keep our focus as much as possible. Okay, let's go in the other direction. You might also notice that you're found your nice little rhythm. It's a rhythm that you feel at ease with and you feel comfortable or deliciously discomfortable, uncomfortable. Okay, a couple more times around and nurse. Okay. And then let's just start to just shake. Shake the wrists. Nice and soft and gentle. Okay, and then stop the shaking and then just moving your thumbs around. However you want to move your thumbs around. And then relax the thumbs, point your fingers. Around the circles, however you want to do it. And again, focus. Okay. And then your tall fingers. Again, yeah, it's just focusing, telling those tall fingers move. Sometimes it's a little tricky. Okay, and then the ring fingers. So can you do it without moving the other fingers? It's hard. They're all connected, so there's going to be some other movement. But with practice, you absolutely can move just the ring finger. Just imagine a circle. Just imagine a circle in your head. Okay, and then let's do the pinkies. Okay, we're not criticizing ourselves either, right? We are how we are. We move how we move, and it's good. At least we're moving. Good. Okay, shake out the hands again. I'm gonna bring the hands up, and we're going to kind of make like a, I don't know, what would you call this?
Show.
A what?
A puppet show.
A puppet show. Ah, that's a good one. I like that. Okay, a puppet show. Good. And then we're gonna squeeze those hands into fists as tight as we can. Open them up wide. Okay, and then we're going to do Chin Mudra, which is bringing the thumb and the pointer finger together. Okay, and then the palms are going to come up, and we're going to bring them onto our knees. Good. Then release that, bring the arms all the way back up again, and then we'll make that puppet show again. Fingers pointing towards each other. Good. And then make that into a fist. Squeeze. Okay. Open up the hands wide. And then Chin Mudra again. Thumb and pointer finger together. Good. Palms up. And then place that onto your knees. Good. We're going to do that one more time. Reach those arms up. Good. And puppet show. See, now this is a thing now. This is called puppet show. Good. Squeeze your hands into a fist. Good. Open up the hands nice and wide. Chin Mudra, thumb and pointer finger together. Palms face up. And we'll bring that down onto our legs. Close your eyes for a moment. Just breathe. Okay, and then open up your eyes and shake out your hands and let's stand up. However you want to get up. It can be eloquently or it can be messy, doesn't matter. However. And we're just gonna stand at the top of our mats in mountain pose. Okay. So mountain pose, our feet are about hip width apart, our ankles are underneath our hips. Hips are underneath the shoulders. Head is right between your shoulders, and your arms are just relaxed down by your side. And your palms can be facing forwards or to the sides of your body, up to you. And let's just close our eyes. Root down as much as you can and feel as if you're growing taller up towards the ceiling with the crown of the head. And then bring about that 3-part breath. So you're breathing from your lower belly into the middle, into the upper part of the body, upper chest, and then exhaling from the lower belly, from the mid, and the upper. Let's breathe like that one more time. It's good to visualize it. Good. Then we're going to connect our fingers in Chin Mudra again, thumb and pointer finger together, and bring that all the way above our heads. So thumb and pointer fingers together, yeah, and above our heads. So we're going to kind of make kind of like a circle, kind of a roundedness. Our arms are not reaching totally out. And we're going to drop the shoulders a little bit. So there's a little bit more space. Good. Take a moment here. Breathe. Good. And then exhale, open up the fingers and bring those arms all the way back down. Good. Okay. So let's slide our right leg back. It's going to come to the side. So sliding your right leg back behind you. We're going to come to warrior one. So your hips are facing forwards. Okay. Right foot is back at about 45 degrees, and you can adjust it wider stance so that you feel very supported. Left knee's right over top of your ankle. Okay. You can have a little bit of a bend in that back knee. Okay. And we're standing up nice and tall. And I come back to that chin mudra, thumb and index finger together. And then we'll bring that up above our heads, rounded. I'm just going to hold it here and breathe. Okay, and then we're going to create a little bit of a movement here. So exhale, we're going to bring that down. We're going to keep the connection of our thumb and index finger together. Bring the arms down as we straighten that front leg. Okay, inhale, come all the way back up. Just keep it soft and breathe. Let's do that again, coming back up. Once we're here, just make sure that your hip points are facing the front part of your mat and that we're not twisted to the side. Okay, this is a warrior one. Okay, one more time. Exhale down, straighten out the arms and the legs, and then come all the way back up. Good. And then we'll bring our hands together towards the heart, and we're going to take a step forwards. Good. Bring our hands onto our hips. Heel toe the feet as wide as your mat. Okay. Bend into your knees a little bit, and let's do the hula. Round and around. Okay, here's the challenge for you. While we're doing this, can you bring that 3-part breath back in? Have to really focus. A good way to do it is just imagine. Okay, let's go in the opposite direction now. So imagine that it's lower, mid, and then up, and then lower, mid, and then up. And if you can't get it, that's okay, as long as you're breathing, all is well. Okay, one more time around. Okay, and then let's step up, bring your arms down, heel toe the feet together. And heel toe them. Good. And then we'll stand up in mountain pose again. Take a moment. And then we'll bring that left leg back. Left leg back. Warrior one again. Hip bones are facing forwards, bending into this knee. Yeah, we might on this side we might need to adjust just depending on how our hips are built. Okay. So find our balance, find our stance, and then we'll bring those arms up. Chin mudra, thumb and index finger together. Okay, round out, soften through the shoulders. Just take a few moments here. Breathe. Eyes can be open or closed, but find your drishti, so that focal point, and breathe. Okay, and then we're going to start to move the arms and the leg. So exhale, bring the arms down, straighten that front leg. Try to keep the thumb and index finger together. Inhale, lift back up again. And exhale down. Just go as slow as you like. Take your time. If you need to add extra breaths in here, you do that. Let's do one more inhale and exhale. And then we'll finish in that warrior one. Arms up. Good. And then open up the hands, bring the arms down, take a step forward. Good. Okay. Bring your hands again to your hips. Heel toe the feet apart. Okay. And then let's heel toe them back. Or heel toe or toe heel. Does not matter. Do it again. This is good for balance. So you're also using your inner thighs or adductors, and our outer thighs are abductors. So do that again. Good. And then we're going to keep them open. Bend into your knees. And let's hula again, going around in circles. Can we bring that 3-part breathing back? And then let's go in the other direction. And people at home, if you're using a chair, just use the chair. That's all I can say. Use the chair, use it for support. Well, people are not stupid. They know what they know. I mean, if they've been coming to my classes, they know how to use a chair. Okay, and come back up to center. Okay, bring the hands down. Heel toe your feet back together. Okay, so I'll just take a moment here. We should be at the top of the mat if we're not already at the top of the mat. I just don't want to lose my screen or you're not going to be able to see me. Okay, so we're going to take our right leg back. I'm going to turn around. Our right leg is going to go back and we're going to come into warrior two. Okay, so right leg back, pivot the foot. So the back toes are facing the long part of your mat and you're bending into that front knee, that left knee. Okay, so now our pelvis is open here. And it might not be directly like this because you notice when I do this, my knee goes. So I'm not going to worry about how wide and open my pelvis is. I'm going to protect my knee, making sure my knee is over top of my ankle. Okay, now reach your arms out. Okay, and we're going to connect the thumb and pointer finger again together. Okay, but we're going to bring the hands up. Palms are going to be up this time. No, hands are out, but the palms are facing upwards. Yes. Okay, and then we're going to look over that left hand. I'm just going to hold it here. Just let those arms float and breathe. Okay, and then we're going to do the same kind of movement. So we're going to inhale. The arms are going to come up, but we're going to straighten the leg. And maybe we look up. If you're finding no balance here, then don't look up and maybe hold on to something. Okay, exhale back into that warrior two. We're gonna keep those palms facing up. Okay, inhale, go up, straighten your front leg. Go slow so you can notice maybe where the balance isn't the greatest. And exhale, come back. And let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up, look up. And exhale, bring it back down again. And up again. And back down. And we'll do one more. And back down. Good. And then let's bring our arms down for a moment. Just relax the arms down. We're still in this warrior two legs. Okay. And we're going to go into triangle. Okay, so if you need to hold on to a chair, just use one hand up and down knee, okay? So we're gonna straighten that front leg. We'll bring the arms back up, palms up. No, back out, sorry, but back out, palms up. Chin mudra, thumb and index finger connect. Then we're just gonna tilt ourselves forwards. We're going to try to keep that pelvis open. And again, if you need to hold on to something with that left hand.
You bend your knee or no?
And no, well, you don't lock the knees. It can be a little bit bent. Okay. So the right arm should be up. Okay. The left arm is down or holding on to something. Okay. That's totally fine. Your knees can be a little bit bent. And you don't have to go down very far. Okay. Just think of a triangle. Each foot is a corner and the hand is a corner. So we don't have to go down there very far. We don't have to bend that far. Okay. And then let's come all the way back up again. And then we'll bend into the knee and bring the arms down. Good. Okay. And then we're going to just take a pivot and then take a step forwards. And this time we're just going to shake. We'll shake everything out. You can shake it high, you can shake it low, shake those hips, shake the ankles. It's kind of like we're dancing, which is really good. Shake, 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 shake. Good. Okay, and then come back to our mountain pose again. Take a moment here. Just breathing and noticing. Can you come back to that 3-part breath for a moment? Okay, let's go into warrior two on the other side. So right foot is forwards, left leg is back this time. 90 degrees. Okay, so the back toes are facing the long part of your mat and you're bending into that right knee. Okay, and again, your hips are going to be the way your hips are. Okay, the most important thing is that knee is over top of your ankle. Okay, and then we'll float those arms up. Okay, and then we'll flip the hands over and thumb and index finger are going to connect. Yeah, so one arm going forwards, one arm going back. Yeah, so palms up, yeah, because we're just using different muscles when we do it this way. Okay, and we're looking over that right hand. Just taking a moment here. It's going to feel different. Breathe. And I also just want to say that there's a little external rotation here. So the knee is not rotating inwards, it's rotating outwards, the thigh. Okay. Here. Okay, and then we're going to start to move. So inhale, bring the arms up, straighten the front knee, and we're going to go up. And then exhale to come back down. Again, if you need support, then you just move maybe that back arm. lifting up and down. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can do it with your eyes closed. Oh, I'm just giving tons of options, so it's up to you. Let's do that 2 more times. Just go at your own pace, making sure you're breathing, making sure both feet are firmly connected to the ground. So all 3 points on each foot, underneath the big toe mound, underneath the small toe mound, and in the middle of your heel. Okay, I think that unless you want to do another one, we'll stay here. Good. And then we're going to straighten actually, let's bring our arms down for a moment. Take a moment here. We're keeping a bend in our knee. Okay. We can still look forwards. And then we're going to go into our triangle. Okay, let's bring the arms back up. Palms facing up. And we'll straighten our front leg. And we're going to tilt forwards. Just as far as you're comfortable. Don't force anything. Breathe. We want to keep everything open here. Open through the pelvis, open through the chest. No twisting in the hips or the back. I say going forwards, but this is more of a side bend. Okay. It's also really working on our balance. Sound like Bewitched.
Yes. It is Bewitched.
So that is so cute.
Oh,
Okay, let's take one more breath here. And remember, you can do whatever you want with our arms. Like, if you need to put an arm down, if you need to hold on to something, please do. Okay. And then we'll bring ourselves all the way back up. Bend into the knee, bring the arms down. Woo. Okay, and then let's pivot and step to the front of our mats. And then we'll shake again. Shake into those ankles. Shaking is good because that really helps with balance. Shaking with one foot, wiggling around. And when we're shaking, we're kind of moving our bodies around. It's like dancing. So it's really good for balance. Shake it up and shake it down. And then we're going to get back down onto either your chair or the ground. Whatever you like. Okay, either or, chair or ground. Doesn't matter. Boy, it's warm, isn't it? It's getting there. Yeah, you can feel it. Humid. Okay. So let's come back to your seat. Close your eyes. We'll get down onto the ground to lie down in a moment, but we're just going to close our eyes, recenter ourselves. You might feel different now. Your centering might be somewhere else. Come back to your breath. Don't try to change it just yet. Just notice it. Notice the way that you're breathing. And after a couple of breaths, then you can start to do that 3-part breath again. Don't overthink it. Okay, so just try to do the best you can do.
Yeah,
that's okay. Well, it is what it is. It's fine. But it's great in controlling, right? Because sometimes we do need to control our breaths. So you're breathing in through the belly first, so that's expanding. Then you're filling up, middle part, and then the top, and then you're letting it all go from the belly, the middle, and then the top. I also like to call this filling up a water bottle. So I like to have that image in my mind anyway. So think of a water bottle. You're filling up. When you fill it up, the bottom fills up first, then it goes up to the middle, then it goes up to the top. And then when you empty it, you tip it over and it goes out through the bottom first. And I know the water's coming out through the top first, but you're emptying really out from the bottom, the middle, and then the top. So if you have that, sometimes that image helps with the breath. Yeah, let's do one more breath like that. And then you can let that breath go. And then if you'd like to lie down, you're very welcome to lie down. Or if you're in a chair, you can just lean against the chair. Although before you, if you're in a chair, don't lean against the chair. We're gonna go just to do a little twist. And once you're on the ground, if you're on the ground, you can bend into your knees and just move your knees from side to side. If you're in a chair, you have the option of either moving your upper body, just turning to the left and to the right a few times, or you can move your legs back and forth. I think it's easier if you just move side to side. And again, we're going slow. We're taking our time, moving very slowly. And if you feel like you want to pause on one side or the other side, go ahead and do that. Just noticing. I like to finish with twists because it's kind of like bringing your spine back to neutral. And I like to think of it as like a washcloth. You have a soaking wet washcloth and you're just gently squeezing it out. So you're releasing what you don't need. And the body actually really likes that because you're getting into those kidneys, into the liver, into all around the fascia that's surrounding all your organs, all your bones, your spine. And you're giving all of that a nice little massage. And then when you've had enough of that twisting, then you're just going to take your time and relax. So once more, you can close your eyes. Allow yourself to settle, feeling the ground underneath whatever parts of the body you're touching. If you're in a chair, you can lean against the back of the chair, get comfortable. In this time, just to be. Try and keep the focus on your breath. Very peacefully allow your breath to deepen. Slowly beginning to bring your awareness back to your body. And start wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Maybe a little bit more movement, maybe moving your head side to side gently. And then moving over towards one side, maybe giving yourself a little stretch, and then finding a seat once more. I'm just taking a moment. We change positions again. So again, find your center, settle yourself, notice. Come back to your breath. And then I invite you to do a check-in with yourself. Notice how you're feeling. So how you're feeling, where you're feeling, what you're feeling. No judgment, no criticism, just whatever is happening for yourself right now. And then take a few moments to reflect on your practice. What you noticed about the practice today. How you were feeling through your practice. What kind of thoughts were moving through your head. If your mind wandered, if you felt at ease, if you felt distracted, if you felt challenged or frustrated, or anything else. And the response that you gave through the practice or reaction. Okay, and on your next breath, bring your hands towards your heart space, bow your head, and give gratitude. Feeling grateful for taking time out of your day to practice something that's so beneficial for your body, your physical body, and your mental body, your mental well-being. And giving gratitude for each one of you to sharing your energy with each one of us. Giving gratitude towards this space and towards the Legion who was very accepting of getting a government grant to provide us for this class. We are so grateful for that and for the continued support through the Arundel Legion and the government through the program. I'm just feeling grateful. And we will finish with Om. Take a breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. Breathe in for Om. Om. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Excellent.
and yeah, good. So just I want this recorded still, Elizabeth. So I just want to say out. Well, anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for participating. And This is the end of our classes until the fall. And so we will continue on with the beginners class. It will again be on Fridays at 11, and that will start in September sometime. I will be putting out an email about that. Okay. And then the chair class. So I'm going to I had it unlimited before. And so at the very beginning of this session, we had 24 people. That it was just too much. It was, people walked away. It was just not good. We need space. I'm going to limit it to 16 people in person. Online doesn't matter. We can have 100 people online. Okay. So that doesn't matter. But in person, only 16 people. Saying that, the chair class is going to be 16 people as well too. So to be fair to everybody, because I know there is a bunch of people, I can't have people taking both classes unless you take one of them online. Okay. That's just gonna have to be the way it is. Sorry, but unless for some unforeseen circumstance, I don't have 16 people in each class, then I will have room and I will put it out there that only 12 people registered and I have room for 4 more. Okay. But that's how we're gonna have to do it, because if we have a row of 4 rows of 4, that's 16 people, and then I think it's good. Any more than that, we're too confined. I don't want 30 people in this room. I know some yoga studios do. We're not doing that. It's not comfortable. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so I got a list of people who want the class, but we will be putting out. That registration is not out yet, so you'll be able to register. Okay, so that will be coming out in the summer. Okay.